This is our 1971 Torino GT. I'm going to take it for a quick spin down here. And then I'm going to pull in the parking lot. Take a look at it. Does it have a radio that works? You guys go and hear the engines. Pull out here. Take it for a quick spin. Straight down the road. It's got a T5 manual transmission. Steers very easily, just drive it with one hand. Stops well, brakes work great. Still does have the original drum brakes, but they stop very well. Car. It's not really your cruiser, although you know it's fine for cruising, but it really is built to be a street strip car. It's just got monster torque. It's a 347 stroker. And, those new tires have actually got some really good tread on them. Things stuck really well. Dual, the locked up rear end. Around the car outside. So I'll show you that the lights work and all that stuff, then we'll take a look under the hood. Lights. Yep, the lights work. Turn signals. Brake lights. Brake lights work. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. You can hear that cam. This car is hot to trot. I decoded the original tag, and this is the original color. I believe it's called light ginger. It's still got the original dashboard on it. It does have a little crack that's been filled right there. The seats are brand new, covered. Although there is a touch of wear on the driver's side. There's just that one little spot right there. It's not even really cracked. It's just kind of got a crease there just from sliding in and out. Other than that, the rest of the seats look brand new. It's got all three of the seat belts for the rear, which is really cool. Factory seat belts. Rear tray looks awesome. Headliner in fantastic condition. Carpet in fantastic condition. This is a book I'm going to show in a second. Thing's about an inch thick, full of receipts on this car. The guys that built this car put about probably $8,000 at least in the drivetrain alone. Just want to show that headliner. Of course, it's got the Grant steering wheel. This color on this car is called light pewter metallic. It's got the factory correct hot rod black hood stripe It's got a 17 by 8 American Racing wheels in the front and 17 by 9s in the back. The body on this car is very straight. Very, very straight. No dents, ripples, no metal signs of, you know, metal wear or repairs or anything like that. The underneath of this car is totally rust free. I just want to show you floor pans, frame rails, in absolutely perfect condition. The speedometer, the odometer on this car shows around like 36,000 miles or something. I'll have to take another quick look. 34,800 miles. I'm not sure if that's 134,000 or if it's just 34,000, but looking at the underneath of this car, it's unbelievably clean. It's possible this was a low mile resto mod. I don't know the story on it. I'm not going to make one up. I do have a 1970 plate on there because I couldn't find my 1971 plate, but this is the same body style. It's a 71. This is a 71. 70 and 71 are the same. That is a locking rear end. Flowmaster dual exhaust. Really and truly, the underneath of this car looks brand new. I shouldn't say brand new, obviously, because it's 40 years old, but when you understand what I say when I mean that, it still looks like new. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Pop the hood. Griffin radiator, Mallory exhaust, roller rocker headers, Holley double pumper carburetor. It's a 347 stroker kit. Wrapped long tube headers. T5 5-speed manual transmission. And I really believe this car, when you look at the stats and you see, when you look through this book, you'll see this car was really built as a street strip car. Although I've been surprised at the gas mileage. If you don't put your foot in the pedal, which is really hard to do, to not do, or if you want to say it that way, with a 5-speed manual transmission you can cruise and the gas mileage is not terrible. But if you get into it, this car is wicked fast. And this is just, let's see, we've got the stroker kit, stock interior, machine work done to it, blueprinted, comp cams, thumper cam, head bolts, head bolt bushings, water pump. I'm just on the first page. Fuel pump, gaskets, retrofit kit, comp cam. Okay, we said that already. Rocker arms, roller rockers, headers, push rods, radiator, electric fan, timing gear, electronics. That would be the tachometer. We've got all the lists of the strokes, mains, rods. This was a professionally rebuilt. We got every gear, first, second, third, all the way through fifth and reverse. We've got all the gears, spindle, and so then you've just got a comp cam instruction manual that came with it, the Mallory ignition instruction manual. There's a flow cooler, lifters, there's a receipt from Comp Cams, Comp Performance, Scat crankshafts, lots of Summit Racing stuff in here. I just wanted to run through Fidenza torque clutch for the high performance clutch for the T5, and then just stacks and stacks is your Harley performance. I just wanted to I know I'm taking a long time to show this, and you may be saying get on with the video, but this is, to me, hyper important. This is $8,000 probably worth of receipts, maybe $6,000 to $8,000 worth of receipts, and the list goes on, the list goes on, the list goes on. So every detail was taken in building this car. It runs down the road fantastic. You can just, you know, take it to show cars. It looks fantastic. The paint is a very nice driver paint job. It's not a show quality paint job. I don't know if you can see in the video. If you look in the pictures, the chrome looks great. On the rear bumper especially, it's got a little dust on there just because we had to go down about a quarter mile of a dirt road, which I drive down very, very slowly to get here. So the front bumper looks really good from 5 feet away. It's got a couple of tiny little spots. There's a couple of spots. We've got a perfect touch-up match on the paint, and there's a couple of tiny little spots that there's a spot where something got kicked up on the front and knocked the paint off there. And other than that, that could be touched up so easily. I mean, in fact, I may try and get that to the paint shop for $50, $75. We could have that repainted and you wouldn't even notice. Because other than that, this car just looks kicking. I mean, it is really pretty, bumper to bumper. Just a beautiful car. I mean, I'm kind of can't say enough about it, kind of thing. Oh, I wanted to show the trunk too. Oh, it does have the stereo in it. It's got a brand new CD player, Sony CD player with the iPod connector on it. I went around the underneath. Just wanted to show this trunk. Still in factory condition. Absolutely perfect. It's still got the factory jack, spare tire, original spare tire. That's actually the original 17-inch spare tire. So this is really, really cool. I don't know for sure and can't verify for sure, but it would not surprise me if this was an original low miles car. It's got a couple of tiny little spots of, you know, surface rust on it. But man, you would have to just super eagle eye this thing, and even still be hard pressed to find, you know, imperfections with it. She's beautiful, runs great, fires up with the key first time every time. I think you could take this thing down to the drag strip, pull some sweet quarter miles for what it is, have fun cruising around town, and of course I don't condone street racing, so I just can't do that professionally. So off the record though, I think I'd take this up against the teenagers around town all day long and just have a blast doing it. So anyways, just want to do one more walk around on it. And here she is.